Hi, I'm Jeff Humphrey, Chief Medical Officer of Constellation Pharmaceuticals. We are a Massachusetts-based biotech company with over 12 years of discovery and development history, focused on bringing important medicines to cancer patients with significant unmet medical needs. Our drug candidates, which were all internally discovered, are the product of our expertise in gene targeting and in specific disease areas where gene regulation and control matter. One disease area where we are actively working, and one that is especially important to members of the MPN Advocacy and Education International Foundation, is myelofibrosis, or MF. Our lead compound is an investigational BET inhibitor, CPI-0610, that we are developing for treatment of MF. Today, I'm joined by Dan Hennessy, Constellation's Head of Medical Affairs, to tell you more about our work in MF and how we think that fits with key areas of unmet medical need related to the disease.
Thanks, Jeff. Myelofibrosis is characterized by deterioration of the bone marrow, which leads to 4 hallmarks of the disease: enlarged spleen, constitutional symptoms, anemia, and bone marrow fibrosis. Current therapies have an effect on the first 2 hallmarks of disease: spleen and symptoms. And we understand from speaking with clinicians and patients in the myelofibrosis community that deeper and more durable benefit on these parameters could be valuable. Yet fundamentally, myelofibrosis is a disease characterized by deteriorating bone marrow function, and thus there remains significant unmet need in the other 2 hallmarks of disease: anemia and bone marrow fibrosis. Talking specifically about anemia, we know this is acknowledged as an important prognostic factor in myelofibrosis. Approximately 1/3 of newly diagnosed myelofibrosis patients are anemic, and the proportion of patients experiencing anemia increases over time from diagnosis, with anemic patients at risk for significantly reduced survival in advanced disease. Anemia is often treated with time-consuming, logistically challenging, and expensive red blood cell transfusions, and patients become dependent on these transfusions, which can further compromise quality of life. And today, there's no therapy that can truly modify the course of the myelofibrosis disease process other than stem cell transplantation. At Constellation, we are excited to explore a novel approach and researching whether inhibiting BET-governed regulatory pathways can deliver improvements across the hallmarks of myelofibrosis disease.
Constellation is currently conducting a phase 2 clinical trial of CPI-0610 in myelofibrosis, and a larger phase 3 trial is set to begin soon. We all recognize that we need new therapies for MF patients that address these areas of unmet need, and we are working hard to develop such a therapy. At Constellation, our clinical and research teams are deeply invested in scientific approach to bring therapies to patients. Our interest and commitment to patients and caregivers extends across the MPN community, as we have other early-stage programs that may have utility in MF and other MPNs. We are excited to partner with MPN Advocacy and Education International Foundation and to share their mission to help physicians and patients access MPN-related resources. Dan and I, as well as everyone else at Constellation, want you to know how deeply committed we are to helping MPN patients and caregivers. Our teams are hard at work in our quest to bring new therapies like CPI-0610 to MF patients. We look forward to starting updates on CPI-0610 with you as we continue this journey together.